Even though I pled with Heavenly Father, and I knew that I had the faith to be healed because I believe that I came to earth with a lot of faith. And I knew that I had the faith to be healed. And I pled that it was really His will that went along with my will. And when I went to have another opinion in another doctor's office, he agreed with the first doctor. And I said, is there not any other way to handle this situation? And he said, you can either keep your eye and not live. Well, first we'd have to keep our eye, not see, and not live. Or we could not keep our eye, not see, and maybe live. And that was my option. And I was really upset. And my mom had taken me to that particular doctor appointment, and we were downtown Salt Lake. And she said, where do you want to go? And I needed to go to Temple Square. And some of you may have been there to Temple Square and gone in the North Visitor Center, where you walk up a ramp, and then it puts you at the feet of the Christus statue with his arms outstretched. And I stood at the feet of that Christus statue and just cried, because I knew what it looked like, and I knew I'd never see it again. And I'd never see my sweet husband and his beautiful eyes and his smile. And I'd never see the faces of my two boys ever in this life. And it hurt so badly. And I went and sat in the back of the room. And after I finally got those darn sister missionaries to leave me alone and not try to convert me, I served a mission. I know what they're doing. And they do it well. But they realized that I really just needed to be by myself and to pray. And as I listened to the words that were on the loudspeaker overhead, there's words that are presented, words of Christ from the scriptures. And the last words really caught my heart. And it said, let not your heart be troubled. Wow, how can you not let your heart be troubled? Isn't it just going to be troubled? For goodness sakes, I was going to lose my vision and probably my life. How could I not be troubled? And the Spirit taught me, again, as it has so many times in my life, to turn and trust Christ, and I would be okay. And as my husband and I went to our usual room in the pre-op, the nurse handed me a marker, and she said, I want you to write the word yes above your eye that you were supposed to remove. And I lost it. I couldn't even take the pen from her. I should have taken it and just drawn a little mustache on her. But I couldn't even take it. I was so upset because it was like the end of my life. All that I had known was being taken from me, and my present wasn't really great, and my future, it seemed, was being removed. And my sweet husband took the marker and marked the eye that was supposed to be removed. And that was such a hard thing. But I had to give my will to Heavenly Father so that in that prayer, it was the same thing. His will and my will had to be the same thing. And it wasn't his that was going to change. It was mine.